Peace. Welcome to the Real HD Show. I'm your host, Vic. You are strapped in and settled into this forum for exploring the decorum and all those things that we've been warring about as a people. And we heal it with freedom music. Freedom music happens from 7:30 to 8 p.m. You come backstage, you rock out with us, and then we allow you, to get, max out, cool out, get all that good soca, R&B, hip house, bass, jazz, all the good stuff. The kitchen sink, the whole things that make you put a battery in your back, keep you going, keep you moving, keep you knowing how to progress in this world. We are the Real HD. You heard? All right, so we're here tonight, and we're gonna have another meeting with the Broadcast Beats boys. That's right, they're gonna join me for the city report, the wild, the wacky, the wonderful things that make our world go round, because we need joy and levity. And we're going to talk about some things. We are going to talk about some things. You know what I mean? So get set, strap in, tell everybody that we are live again on the show, on the channel. Um, we are just putting up our Facebook streams. So right now we are going live to a number of places, about 7 or 8, you know. And we're on the eve of August. You know what I mean? Leo season. Stand up for the Leo brand all over the planet. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that. Let's give that the applause that it needs. Yeah, man. Leo brand all over the planet. About to happen in the month of August. So I'm here, you're there. Please tap in. Please join us. Um, we have a call letters, and if you want to join the show, StreamYard.com, X5, BTPG, CEEK, and that will float on the bottom third, as it were, throughout the show, and you too can tap in, join in, and be a part of this illustrious programming. All right, like the show and what you're hearing. How about leaving a like, a follow, a subscribe, please and thank you. Asante sana, squash, banana. All right, so also we want to jump into and thank some of our sponsors. Um, Total Package Energy, Bats Footwear, and Redeem Vacations. Please check them out. Not in that order, but you can jump on Amazon, or you can jump on Target, or you can jump through any of your favorite outlets that are rocking, and you too can get down and be part of these valuable brands that have a lot to offer. Yeah. All right. So we're back one more again, sliding in. Thank you to all the show sponsors. And we are doing that. Let me put the, uh, where is the banner for the show? There you go. So again, if you guys want to check out the show, if you guys want to jump on live with us, you could use your voice, you could use a picture like I used, or you can show your face. And speaking of showing their face, we got the Broadcast Beats boys waiting patiently backstage for our Lit City report, and we're going to do just that. But before we do that, we're going to get into our AAT report, Healthy, Wealthy, and Wiser for a Brand New You. Hey, welcome to the AAT report, Arrow, Aqua, Terra, anything in the water, in the air, or on the land that will make us healthy. We gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And tonight's AAT report comes from a warning. That's right, warning. Warning from a doctor on something that's pretty common to most, pretty endearing to most, because you know they the doctors warn you, and they're not always the best. I'm not a super fan of Western medicine, but every once in a while they get it right. Every once in a while they get it right, and when they do, you know, we gotta like give them say it's right. You know what I mean? Give them their roses, and also alert the people so that the people could be warned about their health consequences. So I see my one part of the B&B boys is on with us. You ready to jump on, or you want me to? I'll remove you for now. Okay. So whenever he's ready, and then we got a vid going. Okay, so let's get this vid up because we're in the middle of a health report, and this health report is about sleeping. You know what I mean? We all do it. We all have to do it. If you don't do it, you know what I mean, you might be removed off the planet. What did I title this? Okay. Right. Okay, here we go. So we got to get it in. We got to talk about what are these doctors saying about your sleep. So let's check this out. I think this is AI based, but the information is solid. So check it out. Let's talk about it on the other end of the Real HD Show as soon as it loads up.
By up to 40% without you even realizing it. Most people over 60 have no idea this is happening. Poor circulation doesn't make noise. It works in silence. And every night, millions of seniors unknowingly sleep in positions that put extra strain on the heart, slow blood flow, and silently increase the risk of dangerous blood clots. I'm Dr. James Richardson, an interventional cardiologist with 19 years of experience treating stroke survivors. I've seen patients come into my clinic after preventable strokes, and when we trace back their habits, one sleeping position shows up again and again. Now, I'm not going to reveal which position it is just yet, because first you need to understand the science of why this happens. Your brain's blood flow changes dramatically while you sleep, and certain positions create a perfect storm for clot formation. The entire solution fits in one sentence, but that sentence needs the science behind it, or you won't believe it enough to act on it. So I need you to stay with me until the end, because the science is what makes this impossible to ignore. And the science starts now. Let me tell you about the patient who made me realize how dangerous this sleeping habit really is. It was a Tuesday morning when Margaret came into the emergency room. She was 67 years old, unconscious, found by her husband at 6 a.m. when he woke up for work. The paramedics told me she had been completely healthy the day before. No warning signs, no obvious risk factors, active, independent, took her daily walks around the neighborhood. But when I looked at her brain scans and started asking questions about her habits, I found something the standard stroke checklist had completely missed. Her sleeping position had been slowly damaging her blood vessels for decades, and that morning, everything finally caught up with her. And here's what concerns me. This same pattern could be happening in your body right now while you sleep, and you might not feel a single warning sign until it's too late. But before I tell you what happened to Margaret, you need to understand what was happening inside her brain every single night. Your brain needs 20% of your body's blood supply, but what happens when your sleeping position cuts that off? Let me explain something most doctors don't discuss during regular checkups. Your brain gets blood from two main highway systems. The first is the carotid arteries in the front of your neck. Those are the ones doctors usually check. But the second system runs along the back of your neck, through your spine. These are called the vertebral arteries, and they're the ones that get compressed when you sleep in certain positions. Here's what happens. When you sleep with your neck rotated or bent in specific ways, these vertebral arteries get squeezed. Blood flow drops. According to a study published in the Journal of Sleep Research, Certain sleeping positions reduce blood flow to the back of the brain by up to 40%. That means your brain is running on 60% of the oxygen and nutrients it needs for 6 to 8 hours straight, every single night. Now, your body tries to compensate. But here's the problem. When blood flow slows down that much for that long, the blood starts to pool. It gets thicker, and in those slow-moving pools, clots can form. This is basic physics, slow-moving liquid clumps together. Now add in something else. The American Heart Association tracks when strokes happen most often during the day. The peak time is between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. That's not a coincidence. That's when your body has been in that compressed position the longest, when your blood pressure drops during deep sleep, and when clot formation reaches its highest risk. And this mechanism gets even more dangerous when you combine it with something most people over 60 already have. Here's how to know if this is already affecting you. Most people dismiss these as nothing. Do you feel dizzy when you first stand up in the morning? Does your neck feel stiff when you wake up, but then it loosens up as the day goes on? Have you ever had brief moments of blurred vision right after waking? What about unexplained headaches at the back of your head that seem to happen in the morning? Or that foggy feeling where you just can't think clearly for the first 30 minutes after you get out of bed? These are not normal parts of aging. These are warning signs that your brain is not getting enough blood flow during the night. Your vertebral arteries are telling you something is wrong. I want you to do something right now. Type yes in the comments if you've felt any of these symptoms in the past.
All right, I think you guys can get the gist of it. And we got our broadcast beats boys in the building. The B&B boys in the building. Give them around. What's been going on? What's been going around
What's going on?
Is this AAT report. I know y'all heard a little bit about it. And I'm going to speak truth to power right now. I suffer with this myself. I sleep on my side all the time. I'm really bad with sleep. And there's millions of Americans that are just, millions of people across the world that do the very same thing. And the brother in the video, whether it was AI or a real doctor, was talking about, the science is real, about when you sleep on your side, the compression closes off blood vessels that take precious oxygen and minerals to the brain, vice versa, causing the blood to clump and clot. And then sleeping on your side can be one of the number one factors of stroke after age 60. What say y'all, man? I know I hit y'all with a heavy one right out the gate. It's going to get lighter, I promise. But what do y'all think, man? You know, side sleeper, back sleeper, stomach sleeper, or either. What's up? Talk to us. AAT report.
Well, I was always told it was best to sleep on your back.
Mm-hmm.
But
True. Very true.
Yeah, I was just told it was best to sleep on your back. Avoid sleeping on your stomach because it constricts your diaphragm and it kind of closes your chest off from its full like breathing motion, and it's not as healthy as sleeping on your back. And the side, I didn't. I mean, that's good information to know about in terms of um, it could lead to strokes and whatnot because of the position you in.
Yep.
I always thought it would eventually do damage to your shoulder, always sleeping on your side and all your weight being on your side.
I can attest to
So
that. I got the
I
shoulder.
would I would think I would think it's definitely healthier, and then for your breathing passageways too. I would think it would be healthiest to sleep on your back so you can get the most air into your you can get the most air into your face, your nose, mouth when you breathe in. Uh, it doesn't constrict your chest and your diaphragm from contracting and um, expanding.
Yeah,
and it just allows you to breathe. It just allows your body to be in a more uh restful state. It might not be the most comfortable state, but you got to get used to it. If you're not
yeah,
a if you're not a back sleeper, um, if you're not usually a back sleeper, or if you haven't slept most of your life on your back, it's the best habit to sleep on your back, as far as I know. So yeah,
yeah. I got to improve my pillows. I know that my pillows have taken a beating over the course of time, and I got if I'm going to be a back sleeper, which I really wish I could, um, I need to, you know, improve my pillow game. You know what I mean? What you think, Crip?
This is very interesting. I was just having somewhat of a similar conversation with my mother earlier because I just got her back into working out after almost a year, and
Oh,
it's
wow, good,
just
good.
this is just like another piece of the puzzle. It's very interesting to that to come in and hear this being talked about right now. It's very useful. Definitely want
Yeah,
to look further
so
into it.
yeah, so melanated people, black people, African Americans, quote unquote, we
Mhm.
have a lot of the worst health outcomes across the country,
Yeah.
and part of remedying those things that plague us and our health
Yes.
and well-being is proper sleep. I'll never forget, my wife always tells me, when the pandemic came down, they didn't tell people to exercise more, they didn't tell people to eat a healthier diet, and they didn't tell people to
Mhm.
sleep better. They told people to do all kinds of other things to improve your odds. you know so yeah, and sleep is also crucial to your body's ability to make food and energy for the body when you eat. It's a thing called the ATP 80 cycle for burning phosphorus, which creates, which breaks down your food into fuel that the body can use. And if you don't sleep well, then that's also, you know, a way of retaining or limiting the process of creating food and energy within the body, which is why, throughout the day, you might feel super sluggish. You might feel, you know what I
Yep.
mean? Whatever your malady
Can you hear
is,
me?
yeah, I can hear you. You're good.
Okay, I just plugged in my microphone. I just wanted to be sure.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. So that's it right there. If anybody watching within the sound of my voice can relate, please jump in. The water is warm. You know what I'm saying? We putting both feet up in here tonight. So y'all could jump in, tell us what you think. Do you have sleep abnormalities? A lot of people sleep with
Yep.
APAP machines. I mean CPAP machines, excuse me. Sleep with CPAP
My
machines.
grandpa does.
A lot of people suffer from snoring ailments, and that's another way that oxygen isn't getting to the lungs, getting to the brain properly. So let's build on it, man. A lot of times our folks don't have these forums, especially young people, to talk about things like this, proper sleep. You know what I mean? Like, if you're up till 4 or 5 in the morning, what does that do to your sleep cycle? You know what I mean? And on top of that, you're a side sleeper. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So and if you are plagued with these things, please seek some professional help. Seek, you know, counseling, or go to the hospital, or even a wellness coach or a fitness coach will will have some, if not all the information, some periphery information for you on this topic. Any last thing y'all want to jump in on this?
uh,
Oh, we got a
It's
comment. Said
it's super.
sleep has been vilified in our culture. We have to reassess, but it's now cool again to sleep.
Do you guys understand where I'm coming from with that?
Hey, we got Glows Forever on the show. Let's give her a little 1, 2, one time.
And I love this MC. He's from my hometown, but he has a quote. I never sleep because sleep is the cousin of death. I can quote
Mhm.
so many lines in hip hop and urban culture, and I know why he was saying that, because in the 80s sleep was, it was considered to be a mark when you didn't sleep. So like the people that were the Wall Street executives and everything like that were like, we don't sleep. Nobody should sleep. Sleep makes you weak. And I think some of us were conditioned to embrace that value that you're weak. Sleep is nobody needs it. There's another saying, I'll sleep when I'm dead. You ever heard that one?
Oh yeah.
I just feel like it's been vilified. Well, then, like other things, now over the last, I guess, 8, 9 years, it's a recognition that sleep is necessary. And if you want to make money, if you want to be this successful, whatever, look good, feel good, you got to sleep. So, but it's hard when you're part of a culture that's been conditioned to embrace sleep as not good. And then, okay, now it's cool again to sleep. Now Ariana Huffington is launching sleep as her platform. And all these people that are, really promoting success are coming back and saying, let's rethink sleep. Now it's cool to sleep. You should track your sleep. Well, what do we do now? Now we're all insomniacs. Y'all done told us. So I'm just saying, let's reassess that and look at how we might have embraced messaging that was against sleep, and check out the Nap Ministry. Follow her on IG. She gives some good information on that. But we gotta sleep. It's like you said, it's essential. That's all. I wasn't trying to hijack things, but I've been thinking a lot about that.
Nah, you're always welcome, sweetie. Come on in here and say what you got to say.
Shoot, hey, please. I mean, I would like to add on to that. So I will say, sleep. Your brain recovers. And also you burn a good amount of calories when you get a full night's rest as well. And sleep is also very essential when you're trying to fast. And that's straight facts. Sleep
Yes.
is very essential. Yeah.
It's a good way to fast too, because you sleep. So
You can't.
if
I
you
mean, unless
try
you're
not to eat,
sleepwalking.
if you want to if you want to eat less, go to sleep.
Exactly. Only danger
Fire,
is,
fire.
sleeping a lot sometimes can be a sign of depression though, on the flip side. So you gotta be careful,
Yeah,
watch if
that's true.
somebody's sleeping like 12 hours every day, watching.
Absolutely, yeah. And that is a problem too. Oversleeping. We
Mhm.
have to have the balance either in either direction, because you're right. There are people, and I know some folks who would just try to sleep their problems away. That's not good either.
Yeah.
It's just about creating like routines for yourself, and trying to establish them.
Structure, all of that. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I
So
agree.
that was a really good AAT report. Thanks to Glows Forever for jumping on. Stick around, sweetie. Let's keep it moving. That was dope. Um,
Yes,
one
indeed.
that one S will be back in uno momento. But while we do that, let's talk about what's going on in these HBCUs, because
Uh-oh.
there's some things happening, and we enter in the world, or we enter in the region of the DMV. That we are, and Howard has an issue. The prestigious Howard University has an issue because they're getting ready. Of course, if you're a college student and you're preparing for your new semester, it's almost about that time. August rolls around, the air feels different. Because you know you got to get ready to go back to school. Summer's coming to an end. But something came to an end for these Howard University students. Almost 500, not almost, 500 plus Howard University students had a registration and enrollment crisis and were shown the door when they wanted to clear up what was going on with their registration and enrollment. Have you heard about this, Crip?
Not at all. What's going on with this?
Yeah, so I'm gonna switch over to my. I'm gonna share my screen real quick, and I'm gonna play this vid,
Okay.
and we'll keep it moving that way. And let's see. What's going on? All right, so we're in. Do you guys see that particular? Did it pop up yet?
It's loading now.
Okay. Trying to give it a minute to do what it needs to do. Okay. So I'm probably gonna have to.
Maybe there's a system glitch, but when I reached out to actual university officials,
Get that on.
I soon realized this wasn't a glitch. This was reality. 500 students had been kicked, including myself, and our path to be at the Mecca this upcoming fall semester was essentially eliminated. Me and my family are still trying to figure it out. I've been reaching out to other schools that I did apply to and get in and see if they could accommodate me just in case. And we're scrambling for help at this point, reaching out to different support groups, trying to get as much resources, try to bring in some more scholarships for a possible alternative path to a different college. But yeah, that timeline is growing very, very slow. While there are still schools that have rolling admissions, I mean, they close soon. And I mean, if they close, and you're kind of just left without an option. I do believe they are trying to, right the wrong that they did, do. There has been students that I'm very, very close with that have been reinstated as a student. But there's also still a big portion of students that hasn't been reinstated, including myself. I will attend. Howard is my dream school. I would not give it up for $1 million. It was the afternoon around 2 p.m. And out of nowhere, I received an email informing me that I was kicked out due to my balance not being paid. But here's the interesting part. I still had active scholarships on the way to pay for that balance. I've already had a scholarship posted to my account. So for me to receive that email, I was just in total shock. I was not ready for that whatsoever. I completely thought it was a glitch. I was like, okay, yeah, maybe there's a system glitch. But when I reached out to actual university officials, I soon realized this wasn't a glitch. This was reality. 500 students had been kicked, including myself, and our path to be at the Mecca this upcoming fall semester was essentially eliminated. Me and my family are still trying to figure it out. I've been reaching out to other schools that I did apply to and get in and see if they could accommodate.
All right, so I wanted to play that over so that just in case we missed something in the beginning of the clip. Crip, you from the DMV area, you said you really didn't hear about this, but what do you think about it, especially given Howard University's track record over the last couple of years? They had the incident where they had the mold in the dorms. They had that issue. And then they also had the issue where they had some of the students were dealing with some ICE agents at the school because they were pro-Palestine, and they had the encampments on campus. So Howard University is not without flaws and faults and its fair share of controversy. So I also peered onto some of the larger media outlets to get a broader sense of what this is. And I'm hearing Roland Martin's roly-poly fat ass saying maybe students should go to schools that they could afford. So y'all are HBCU attendees, graduates, etc. Talk to us about what y'all think about what's going on at Howard, and is it the real HU? I was hoping I was going to get a rise out of y'all when I said that.
It's not. First of all,
Come on, Hampton
I'm
boys, y'all
from
supposed to
here.
rise up on that one.
I'm from here, but it's not. So what I will say is two main things I want to touch on. First of all, and Ty could probably co-sign on this. My bad. One S, he could co-sign on this. We went through the same similar situations with the financial aid at Hampton. You know, you
Mm,
called, you couldn't get a hold of him on the phone. The it was very difficult to get a hold of anyone. You know, and you only had one set advisor for based on they split they organized it all based on alphabet. Like, so I think I was C through E or something like that because my last name begins with a C. And it was very, financial aid was terrible. They just moved with no sense of urgency. So we had mold in the dorms. There was a whole protest the year before I started. I think 2017, 2016, or something like that. It was a
Mm-hmm.
protest because the students were tired of having mold in the dorms. And the president,
oh wow.
the president has been in the office for like 20 plus years, and he was they gave a whole bunch of money to the school. Like, a lot of people donated money to the school. Remember that one S? A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people had
Yeah.
donated to the
Yep.
to the to the school, and he used all the money to fund his cancer research and because there was a myth on campus. I don't know if it was real or not, that he was sick and battling some type of ailment. So, and then so now that's the first part. The second part, I just looked it up because I remember there was on the news back, 2018. Six Howard University employees fired for misappropriating financial aid. This was back in March 29th, 2018. This was an article published on NBC4 Washington. Because it was a couple of times. I think it was another time before this where there were some issues with Howard University. But it's crazy because HBCUs are supposed to be like like a safe haven for education, for Black people to learn and grow and further their education and learn about their careers or whatever, or whatever it's supposed to be in. It's just, this is just a tacky situation. I'm thinking it's another case of misappropriation of funds, because he said he had loans or scholarships and stuff that were pending.
Right.
And he talking about, I wouldn't trade up my dream school for anything. Okay, I made that mistake. I could have started out at PG. My teachers were pressuring us at Dunbar to go to a 4-year university. It seemed like everybody was kind of looking down on community college, but that was the way to go. Could have transferred a lot of credits in. I agree. Go to schools you can afford. What you think, Wines?
The thing about HBCUs is they call it like Black Ivy for a reason. It's even though it's like you said, it's a safe haven for Black students
Hmm.
to have a place to learn and to land like education past high school. It's not like the process of getting into those schools and actually withstanding within them schools and graduating. It's not sweet. It's actually like hard work, and it's a selective process, and it's a real like it's loopholes you got to get through. You gotta work. You gotta work hard to stay in them schools and maintain a good GPA in those schools and even get in those schools. It's not a walk in the park. So I would say, as far as Howard having all those issues, I'm not surprised. I could directly relate going to Hampton, the rival school or the brother school or what have you, you know the alternative school to Howard. I could attest to like the same type of issues with enrollment and dorms having mold in them. That's nothing new. I know it's always an issue every so often with enrollment and like bad situations where a lot of students got to take a hit. We went through that ultimately with COVID-19. I feel like that was a big hit. I feel like I took a big hit in my educational experience because of COVID-19 and the way it kind of affected my life. I took I took a hit. It wasn't, I didn't deal with that. Um, I took a hit from that, and so I could directly relate to a situation where students are in a bit of a crisis with enrollment, trying to get in, because you're trying to get your education, you're trying to, better your life. So, uh, yeah, it's not. I'm gonna just say this: it's not a simple thing. Don't sleep on the HBCUs in terms of thinking it's just an easy road to getting your further education, because it's always something you got to deal with. And on the flip, it's funny because I say that, but it's also like the problems you got to deal with are kind of like, some people would say, like broke school problems, or problems about the school's quality that actually make it a
Mm,
challenge to go to the school, which really
right.
shouldn't be a problem. That shouldn't be a problem. That shouldn't contribute to the to the challenge of being in school. Like that's not a challenge. That's not really that shouldn't be a challenge of going to school. Is uh problems with admission and things of that nature, the quality of the school and the quality of the uh academic environment, things of that nature. That shouldn't be an issue, but it is. And that this is just something you got to deal with when going to at least the black schools that I've known about, Howard, Hampton. It's just something you got to deal with. So
Yeah, they should improve
yeah.
the quality of the school that you're going to right off rip. I mean, those schools have been around forever and a day. And HBCUs have unique problems unto themselves, but they do need to improve on their service to their clients, which are young black, men and women trying to better their lives. If you think about the road to get there and what young black men and women go through to get there, and like the young man said, have your dreams dashed before you even start. Even
Hmm.
though you got money coming through, you got scholarships, funds. You know, look, I'm not going I'm not going to put my age out there, but I remember when I was in college and things were supposed to come through and they weren't exactly there, Johnny on the spot. The school that I was going to didn't kick me out. They gave things on, the validity of the scholarship. They gave you grace on the validity of your scholarship coming through, and understanding where those things were coming from. And you got students coming from all over the country, all over the world. I know there's a rising immigration population in the HBCUs, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Hampton had a little thing with
Hmm.
the, what was it, like a flood in Hawaii in like 2019 or something like that. They had a lot of students that immigrated from the Caribbean, and
Yep.
they gave them room and board.
And Africa, also, and the Middle East, because that's
Yeah.
what the whole protest on Howard's campus was about. It was about the pro-Palestinian kids that were there, that were mostly Muslim, mostly Arab, and they were on campus and they were
Yeah.
doing their protesting. Well, from one HBCU to another HBCU, I wanted to talk about this real quick. And this one is a one about um
Can you hear me?
yeah, I got you now.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I wanted to comment a little bit on it too. As someone who also worked at an HBCU, I worked at Morgan. We lived, Crip, I don't know if you know, we lived in Baltimore in the
I
early
think so. Yeah.
2000s. And I worked at Morgan pretty much the whole time. I worked in the public health program. And so even though I attended a PWI, I got to experience it from a professional standpoint, and then sent, 2 kids to HBCUs. So I've had a lot of experience with it. I think the HBCUs have a lot of infrastructure issues. I heard Bernice King, Dr. King's daughter, speak about it. She suggested that there should be some consolidation and right fitting of it. I think we have too many for the amount of kids that are in college or should go to college. We might want to refit maybe we have too many HBCUs in the United States. There's a lot of you know how many HBCUs? Google it. You'd be like, oh my goodness. We always hear about the top heavy hitters like Hampton, Howard, Spelman, Morehouse,
Clark Atlanta.
Mahari,
Is Clark Atlanta?
the Atlanta University Center, and those are the big ones, and Lincoln. But there's a lot of HBCUs. Mackenzie, who is Amazon's ex-wife, she gave a fat amount to Hampton. Matter of fact, it was cash because the Hampton president Harvey got on and said it wasn't even a check. She called him up and said cash, and it was a huge amount. A huge amount Hampton got a few years back. Something's going on. Something is rooted in going on here because Howard is getting a lot. And Mackenzie, the billionaire, she's given a lot to Howard. So something is up. And I know that HBCUs don't have the same endowments that the Ivies have because Black people don't have the wealth to be able to give back to them as alumni. But still, something is corrupt. Like you were saying, Crip, there's something going on that needs to be investigated. And I'm even wondering why this story is so popular right now. It's something that's not adding up about this. Because
500 people with that sort of an issue is quite a lot in a freshman class.
Right.
Because my thing is, are they going to still be expected to pay for the full year?
No, they've been let go. They've been let go. Yeah, they're not expected to pay. But a lot of them. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not positive. I know some have been reinstated.
Good.
It caused such a stink and it got national news to the point where the governor of New York, Governor Hochul, has went on yesterday and said she's providing spaces at the SUNYs here for the Howard kids. She's saying, come to New York. This has been national news because first Howard stood behind what they did. And it was a lot of people saying it was the fault of the students and the parents. You should have read your email. Then they got more and more pressure. And then it was like they started reinstating, but they couldn't reinstate it more. So it's a mess. But this has been going on for years with this. That's why I said it's something corrupt going on.
What I can remember from helping me and mine's get settled into school and the registration process and all the rest of it, there's hardly anybody in the summer months, in these months here, if you want to like get ahead of your issues, there's hardly been anybody in those offices. There's hardly anybody at the windows when you want to get your issues handled. We used to call it the bursar's office, but the registration office, there's hardly anybody there. And if someone is there, there's only one worker for maybe close to 100 or 200 people's needs. So you get frustrated and walk out and go back to your room or whatever you do. And that's an infrastructure problem right there. Do they even have enough staffing to handle the amount of kids that they're taking on in a given semester cycle? I wanted to throw something else at you. And we're going to jump off of this in a second. But what do y'all think about this? Given everything we're saying about these HBCUs, Tuskegee University drops a dress code banning bonnets and do-rags. Students need to dress professionally, says the university president. What do y'all think of that? If y'all was still back in Hampton and Harvey dropped that on y'all, how would y'all feel about that?
Shoot, they basically did, to be honest. I mean, shoot, you know what? I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna start off with this. They've job blitzed everybody when it came to the pandemic, because they were like, if you want to be remote or hybrid or whatever, send a letter to the school or like registrar or something like that, saying that you wanted to be remote, continue to be remote if you don't feel comfortable. And then like 2 months later, they sent a mass email to everybody's emails and stuff saying that you got to come. Hampton used to make all the freshmen for all the we had countless events freshman year that were mandatory to attend, and we had to wear suits. We had to dress to impress. And I remember we had a lot of events in the church. I guess they seemed like they were trying to push like the church on the freshmen almost. You know what I'm saying? We had to dance and stand up for the school song.
Right.
And wearing uncomfortable dress shoes. You know, but I took college tours to PWIs, and I see kids sometimes they wear like their pajamas, bedroom slippers. I really think that HBCUs invoke stricter rules than than PWIs.
So I have a question for y'all, and we're gonna shut it down after because it's already 9 o'clock, and we got to get to the Lit City Report, the reason for the season. So they want to enforce no bonnets, no do rags, and they say they want the kids to dress professionally.
Yeah.
Does that equate and equal to the outcomes that most kids get when they go to HBCUs? Are you graduating with a job so that you can be professional? Are you guaranteed those sorts of things? Are those sorts
No.
of things on the docket?
No, not quite. Unless you've been doing, unless you lucked up and were able to land some high skill internship. Really, no. It's a huge no. What do you think?
Mm.
I'll turn it over to one that's and Miss Shaquana. See what they think.
So, do the policies equal the outcomes after graduation? Is the question. Are kids struggling after they graduate or after they leave HBCUs and seeking employment for the very reasons that they're telling you to dress professionally for?
Uh,
Hey, if it apply, let it fly,
I
man.
mean,
Don't
I
don't
think
miss
I
your
think
words.
I think I think they're asking us to. I think they're asking students to dress professionally so they can have a better chance at landing good employment after school, or just simply graduate, have a more successful experience after school. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Just be more business like, carry themselves in more of a business like manner, have more, yeah, just have more professionalism. Because
So
I
can they?
know the
Mhm.
5-year MBA students, people that win that lane major wise, they were expected to dress up, and that was to invoke and instill a mindset of professionalism in them, leading to their degree. So, but it wasn't like that for every um, major track.
Got you. So the last
So,
question would be, can they do more? Because of course everybody goes to HBCUs for the lore, the history, and they're hoping they're getting a specialized education that will lead to greener pastures for themselves professionally. But that's probably not the case in most instances. Can they do more to help young people seeking out vocation and career paths after college? Especially if they want to say no do rags, no bonnets, be professional.
Hmm. I mean,
Hey man,
some
hey.
career fairs, resume training, interview prep classes. Instead of making me take like 7 science classes before I can even get to my damn major classes. How about, some just instead of having pointless science classes when I'm trying to be in sports medicine, how about maybe swap one of those out, or like swap the humanities out, so I don't have to learn about Greek history, and have a resume prep class or something like that,
Mm,
a class on how to do your taxes,
fire.
tax laws and how to start an LLC, something, something useful. Learning
Nah, that's
about
dope.
differential equations and the periodic table is not going to help me, to become an astronaut or
Well, it will, but it won't directly help you as much as what you suggested will. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up to the people, especially the young folks. I think these things are super duper important to
right.
keep aware of, and keep constantly
Yeah.
abreast of. And even if you live in the DMV area, you do have
Hmm.
taxes that go to these HBCU schools because they get endowments from the government,
Yep.
and you should have a say in the way that the schools are run and the programs that they're offering, and if they're efficient for their students, for sure.
I
For
have a couple of things to add. I won't belabor on it, but that new bill that was passed, the one big beautiful bill that
hmm
passed, as part of it, there's new legislation now that if universities can't prove that students are graduating with and getting gainful employment, then the government's going to stop giving those universities aid.
yeah, I read that too.
So they are really getting stricter about you, because colleges are businesses. And some towns, the college is the only major, like where Deja goes to school, UA, Tuscaloosa. There's that they call them college towns all around America.
Yep.
And the college is the source of jobs and stuff. So
Rochester is
they're,
like a college town.
yeah, college, Rochester's one. So if you go to a college, it's not necessarily that the college is concerned if you're going to come out and be able to find gainful employment. It should be that. I think it's unethical, but they will sell you a degree in certain fields knowing that those fields are now antiquated. So I'm
hmm
glad, as much as I'm not happy with a lot of the direction of the government and all of that, I do agree with that direction
Yes.
because it's gotten out of control. And then people are coming out with big student loan debt and can't find employment. And so for the universities to talk about bonnets and do-rags, I'm really questioning their leadership now because we got bigger fish to fry. There's automation happening and AI. There's all sorts of things that are causing this to be a real competitive time. And it's really not the do-rag and the bonnet. You can't respect yourself into a role. And this is coming from someone, you know how I feel about looking good and taking care of your health and your grooming. But I just feel like that's ridiculous.
hmm
That's not the big point right now.
hmm
It's just respectability politics, and it's not getting us anywhere.
Yeah.
So
So
I
I
mean,
just I
yeah,
just wanted to bring that up on the show. Sorry to cut you off. I just wanted to bring that up on the show, and it deserves some pondering, and it deserves some troubleshooting and some answers. And really, the answers is all how active are you in your local legislation? How active are you in what's going on in your local area? How active are you if you are an HBCU student or alum? You know, they'll sure call you up for the money. They'll call you up for $50 or $100 to make a donation. You
Yeah,
know,
meanwhile, Hampton Cafeteria, for example, had roaches that were frozen in the ice cubes in the soda machines. Like, come on,
what?
man.
wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy
it
work.
got real. It got real
That's
at
crazy work.
HBCUs, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Wow, yeah, that part. Well, let's keep it moving, man. Let's get to what we came for. It's 9 o'clock. We came here for the Lit City Report. We got them Beats boys with us right now. let's get right into it. So we're in the middle of a lit city report. The wild, the wacky, the wonderful things that make our world go round, because we need joy, we need levity, we need to laugh, and we need to love. So here's something interesting that I wanted y'all to comment on right here. I brought this up on my sports show, but I'll bring it up now. Wait for that to come on the screen.
Hey, did y'all already do the Beyond Pause thing?
Nah, we're going to get ready to get into all of that now.
Okay.
All right. So do y'all know these fellas at the bottom? Young NBA players, LaMelo Ball and his brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've seen them. And of course the father is LeVar Ball. And he's created this basketball empire by having 3 sons and training them and getting them into the NBA, so on and so forth. Well, LeVar Ball and Ice Cube got together, and LeVar Ball wants a cameo in the new Friday movie. So he said, and I think it's going to be 2 parts to the Friday movie, to the new Friday series. There'll be 1 part, and then they'll release another part 1, part 2. So LeVar Ball wants a part in one of the Friday movies. So Ice Cube, I don't know if y'all know, Ice Cube has the Big 3 basketball league. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the old, retired, or, newly released basketball players have decided to go play for the Big 3. Dwight Howard, Michael Beasley, Lance Stevenson, on and on and on. So Ice Cube made a bet with LeVar Ball. He said, if your boys can beat the best 3 from my league, I'll give y'all a part in the Friday movie. What y'all think? Y'all like that? Y'all like that challenge?
Hey, I hope Ball is life in the next chapter. Are covering the game live. Some of the underground basketball leagues and all that. I would love to see that. That's gonna be like that. That's gonna be like that.
That's a fun bet.
That's gonna be like that.
I thought it was interesting. I thought it was an interesting little jump off to consider. And I don't know who going to D up on Dwight Howard. That's 7-foot joker. I don't know who gonna make that right, but they're gonna try to do what they do. So on your show, fellas, y'all have something called the Wild Freestyle. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's when, we take the best moments of art, culture, freestyle, dance, art, what have you, and we put it on display to let people know where real things are rooted and where real art is rooted, which is with the people in the streets, getting real and getting gritty about their artistry. And that's where you get a lot of the fresh faces and new takes and real artists. Well, there's been a battle of sorts between two artists that are in the hip hop world, and one of them goes by the name of Jadakiss. He's one of the older MCs in the game. Came out in the 90s with Bad Boy and what have you. And a dude from Rochester, Western New York area called 38 Special. I'm sure y'all heard that, right?
I think so, yeah. That sounds a little familiar.
Yeah, so I know those are older dudes in y'all world, but they still heavyweights in the hip hop world. 38 Special is a big underground MC. And of course, y'all know Jadakiss. Biggie, Bad Boy, Lox, D Block, etc., etc., etc. Well, we're going to do a wild freestyle moment right here, and we're going to compare the two in a brief MC battle. Y'all ready for that?
Absolutely. Bring it on.
Yeah, let's see, man. And we're going to try to settle this right now on the Real HD show. Jadakiss or 38 Special. First up is Jadakiss We gonna hear if he got.
You can catch a headshot or you can catch a dome dart. Go ahead and put the kids to sleep. This the grown part. But we knew what Billboard was. We had our own chart. Strapped and they pull a call over. You take your own charge. I ain't never worked for nobody. I sold my own heart. Smoke a fat one in the back, right in my own yard. Playing dominoes with my man. He in the boneyard. Now I can pay for the jet right on my own card. Niggas trying to go man on me. I'm in the zone guard, hand in hand with it. I ain't never played a phone guard. Calisthenics and cardio, just trying to tone guard. Your man got the semi, but he ain't popping. My youngin' got the bricks and the Hemi, and he ain't stopping. Little extra in the beginning to get him copping. He ain't worried, cause if they get him, I get him cockring. He know not to fuck with them bitches, they get him hot then. Stay low, finish the work, he get it drop ins. They just wanna be around money, but they are not friends. Until you fall back from them, that's where the plot ends. I've been repping the apple since it was rotten. When you are golden, you can never be forgotten. They gotta ram it, you don't never let the cops in. I can have your funeral in the top 10. A lot of niggas are nice, but they are not him. There's really nothing that you can do to stop him. Call him the God MC, just like Rock him. And he done took some L's, but yeah, he got wins.
Music family, I'm gonna keep it a buck. This is one of my favorite recent Jadakiss verses.
All right, so that was Jay. That was Jada, you know, dropping it with that raspy flow. Bars for days. I'll give it up for that real quick.
I like the flow, for sure.
Oh, you know Jada got flow. Jada got flow, delivery, all that. But we want to give the New York native his own, rounds. He went to the Summer Jam stage in New York, and, he put something down. And we want to see if it measures up. Here we go.
Okay.
Jadakiss 38 Special, our own battle.
That's some whole shit worried about how another nigga clothes fit. With your house on the foreclosed list. You lost your crib in 06, and this nigga still homesick. What I really don't get, you wanna be a street nigga so bad that you got Alpo old bitch, but Poe says she don't blow dick. Poe says she don't blow dick. Man, this nigga talking like a boss, but ain't giving out no jobs. Nigga, you can't even go home and get a blowjob. Before you made cash off rap, what was your job? Jim Story faker than the one Fat Joe robbed. And your broad face type valid, without that body work, that bitch would be shaped like Khaled. Better replace them steaks for some late night salads. No matter how much you hate, you can't take my talent. You fucking with a real man with steel hands. I took kilograms and build brands. Got a flow that could fill stands. And the only reason Kiss eating, cause he Fat Joe Lil Mans.
Alright, so everybody went crazy when he said he was Fat Joe Lil Mans, because they got the podcast, so on and so forth. But let's give it up for 38 Special.
Shout out 38.
I had him on my radio show.
38 Special.
Shout out to 100.9 FM back at the studio, back at the radio station in Rochester, RCTV. Shout out to y'all. He came through. He blessed me with the interview. Shout out to ID Rich for hooking that up. That was dope. And so what do y'all say, man? Y'all heard both of them, man. Y'all heard the General Jadakiss. And then y'all heard the Street Warrior 38 Special. And it's interesting. I want to hear it coming from y'all, because I'm an older MC, and y'all are younger in the game, but y'all have y'all ears tuned to the way y'all have y'all ears tuned. What do y'all think about the battle between the two of them? Who had better bars? All right, now, no dead air time now. Come on. Y'all got to give it up.
Now, they both was spitting.
Yo, this beef is turning into.
Jadakiss had more of a song-like flow, but I actually heard all those lines 38 Special said on a song that he put out before you played that freestyle. So they both got talent to make songs. They both got bars. I don't know. It's tough. I'm gonna give it a try. I might go with 38 Special because he's from the Rock. So
All right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jadakiss was talking though. Jadakiss flow was tough. But 38 Special was giving more direct like bars that was coming straight at Jadakiss. And yeah. I might have to go with 38 Special. Yeah.
Uh-oh. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I am too.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie.
we have a majority vote. We have a majority vote. 38 Special wins this round. So what's interesting about this, I'm going with Jada. I've Jada and the Locks is right
What?
around the way. Jada and the Locks is right from around the way. They from Yonkers, Mount Vernon, which is right near the Bronx. I used to play in the little parking lots over there, basketball and the football in the Yonkers. And, the Bronx boys go play the Yonkers boys, and we get it in. So, I understand how they grew up, and I understand what makes them tick. And I've heard them for a very long time on mixtapes and albums. And Jada's on Mary J's album, and he got a long discography of being fire. Like everything he touches is just about hot as hell. So anyway, but what's interesting about this, and I wanted to ask y'all, is Jim Jones is now beefing with Fat Joe. There's another set of rappers that are now beefing with each other over this, and they're all connected to Jadakiss and 38 Special. 38 Special had a big event on Thurston the other day where he came out and had the whole hood come out and join him in a video that he was doing to diss Jadakiss. So this is slowly becoming a Kendrick Drake-esque sort of issue, which I think.
Okay, let's see where this goes.
Yeah, I mean, which I think. Y'all think it could reach those levels?
Wait, so it's 38 Special. He beefing with Jim Jones too?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just Jay. Okay.
Yeah. So now he's oh, okay. I'll let you into the other one. I'll let you into both. So whatever one you want to open. So you gotta just turn your mic on. So, so they beefing, and now they getting people, now they getting annexed groups and individuals in the fray, and they putting their little bid in. You know what I mean? And they once upon a time they were cool, and they used to do records together, and now all of a sudden, 38 Special brings this up, talking about he bodied Jadakiss on his own record. Uh-oh. We got a Bama girl sighting. Shout out to baby girl down in Tuscaloosa. She says, "I love Jadakiss. Knock yourself out." Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So anyway, so either way you put it, I think that this is good for hip hop. I think this keeps people honest, keeps artists honest, and makes them get their pen game up, which I think helps them keep their pen game sharp.
Yeah.
And honestly, outside of Young Thug and Gunna beefing with each other, I would have loved to hear a battle.
Nah, they're not. Nah.
I would have
not between them.
Heard that. Like that would have been a way to settle that. Like for real. Like let's get on the wax and get it. You know what I'm saying?
See, the thing about Gunna
mm-hmm.
and Young Thug, they not really lyricists, so you wouldn't have got like a nice fire diss track from either one of them.
Okay.
They probably, I mean, they could have spoken on some real stuff, but it just wouldn't be like, oh shit, like what he said. Oh man.
But that's hip hop's old school way of solving its problems. Is an old school battle. You know what I'm saying? You got a problem with me, I got a problem with you. Let's take it to the pen game. Let's take it to these tracks. Let's get it. Instead of being violent, let's take it to these tracks. And that was a way that in the late 1970s, early 80s, that was a way that the gangs did it to prevent being violent with one another. They were breakdancing, they were MCing, they were DJing, and they used to battle each other that way rather than battle each other with the violence. What y'all think, man? What y'all think? Y'all want this to continue? Y'all think this is good for rap and hip hop, or y'all a little tired of it? Let's move on to something else.
Bring it. I'm cool. I'm here for it. You know, I don't want people to beef, but I mean, if y'all gonna be about it, don't talk about it. Be about it. You know.
Okay.
As long as they keep it at like a rap competition, they don't let it get too, violent or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it at a rap competition. There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay. Very, very good. Let us know at home what you think. Like a couple of our guests did. They came in. One did via message, and the other one came in via message from even out of state. You too can jump in, chime in, join in, and let us know your opinion. We having a broadcast beats kind of night on the Real HD Show Lit City Report. And we talked about this the week before, fellas. And the last time y'all were on the show, and I wanted to bring it up again. This time, oh, you know what? Hold on. So, guest choice. What part of your show would you like to highlight right now? With the remaining time that we have on the show. What would you like the people to hear and know if they don't know already about what's going on with broadcast beats?
We coming with live cook up and bringing that back.
Mm-hmm.
We got new segments on the way. Just surprises, different things, and we working on expanding. Might do some street interviews. Might start hitting radio stations, studios. Just expanding, just doing different stuff to add more to the brand and add a little more fun and excitement to what we got going on, and add more people to what we got going on. Like, we just expanding, so just look out for it.
Dope. Yeah, definitely. Any ladies who want to take part in anything that we got going on, let's get it going on. We need some feminine vibes in here, man. Help add some contrast.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely could use some. Looking for some ladies to join what we got going on. Speak on music. Speak on Lit City Report. Speak on health. Everything we got going on from because y'all see the world a little bit differently than we do most of the time. So. We want to see what y'all got going on, what y'all thinking too.
Well, one thing that they can check out is something that we do quite often, something called Dirty Cuts. Y'all want to get into that?
Yeah, you can get into Dirty Cut.
Yeah, let's do that. There's about maybe 4 songs on here, and I think they're worth listening to. Dirty Cuts on the Real HD Show. Lit City Report. Broadcast beats. Here we go.
Inhale to return. We smoked through the fire and now we back from the burns. From the fire we emerged. Ain't no luck when you come from the worms. On the brink, we was all on the verge. Now we back, now we making it worse. Cause we inhale deep breath, dealing with jailers and death. Thinking like fuck it was left, ain't listen to pessimist, nigga, I'm jamming like death. Form official like the refs, cooking more heat than the chefs. It's been like a year, so it's about time that we blessed. When they wonder who's back in this bitch for the one time, they ain't got a guess. My niggas like visionaries, saw this shit from my father, like dignitaries, garbage drip like a Zaha. Like February when I ain't have a car, all I need is new fit, hoes treat me like a star. Blow smoke out the whip, fuck the troopers in law. But we dirty in this bitch, they gon' see we the guts. Start the movement stagnant, we taking it far. But we taking it far, set this shit on position. Greatness come from repetition. This ain't luck, this is hard times. What is the way we was living? Skills to come up clutch online. You can see the games we was winning. Chance from the invasion to the fakes, it's the ending.
Ain't no riddle me this or punch me down. You just saw knock out the great to the greats called a southpaw. Can I abide by the rules like an outlaw? Thought the suit hat look like a damn straw. Day one, day two, boom, sawed off. Can't wrap up, I'm coming in raw dog. Geek style, jitsu, get a kick out. School your girl, she going ham like a ball hog. I'm in and out, no football. Stop pecking my wood, time for you to log off. Hop off this rap shit is my major, you a fish. about to go on my fillet. Nice one with the fish on the other side of the equator. Burn you up, things smell like a vapor. Hate taxes, bus driving traders. Dive in the kitty, after the city. Money pooling out, swimming the paper. Coming with a razor, shape you up, size you up, ain't talking table. Buck 50, get your uppercut. Ain't talk about money, schooling y'all principles, no paper cut.
Bonafide go-getter, go ones on gold diggers. I run with a pack of hungry niggas. Dirty, clean militant, we working logistics. 24 bricks, that's 100 Honda Civics. Soldier says Stiglitz. Getting it, on my shoulder is a chip. A pistol on my hip. All the pies that I bake, the kicks I flip. The boxes that I taped up, the shits I ship.
Never stepped on like some dope nigga. Try and be a fucking dope nigga. You ain't even jump out the porch. You was really jumping rope, nigga. I been bipping up the dope niggas like the 49ers. I'm a gold digger. I'ma get the money like them pro niggas. Want the millions, gotta go get it. Yeah, I been living like I'm too raw, Bob. Gotta get the money overtime, 2 jobs. Nigga capping out this cap, I took his roof off. Dump the Glock and take a walk just to cool off.
This real rap, y'all real whack, y'all stay capped, I stay facts, kill the competition like a mercenary. The weak will fall, the strong will adapt. Cruise, I'm making motion, you sick, smooth, your bitch talking about who it is. The mic, spazzing, I'm losing my shit. You mad at the way I be flicking my wrist? Poppin' drink in the limousine, got caviar, all fine cuisine. Man, get it by any means, if it means living out your
dreams. You can't stand, we'll be staying, it's the clan. This my bread and butter, don't you ever bite the hand. Chance after chance, gut you like a fish, throw your skins in the pan. Cook his face off, salmonella, damn, we too raw. Damn. Salmonella, we too raw. I just got the sucky, call it 2 straws. Slurpee, bend it over at the door, keep your shoes on. Hold up, ice cream, paint job, got a scoop on them. Ain't got no doctors in the trenches, we got Dr. Dre. All the homies on the yard, serving time, I cop the case. What you know about serving 10, coming home, ain't got a cake. Down bad, ain't never dropped a shot, nobody, you just dropping tapes. You never toured in the back of the Yukon. Never. Bus full of white hoes, Yukon. You know it, dirty, clean, no salmonella.
Like a dungeon dragon, like a dungeon dragon.
Big ass my neck, this for the gang, ho. You don't speak that water whisper, you don't know the lingo.
I got crypto on the case.
I'm like a fast car, driven in NASCAR. It's really tough to keep up with my pace. I say I got you, then I really got you. I'm not the type that's gonna lie to your face. Dropping this bomb after so long. Had to remind you I'm still first place. I make your wife get nervous around me like when trying to plan out a first date. I'm like a fast car, driven in NASCAR. It's really tough to keep up with my pace. I say I got you, then I really got you. I'm not the type that's gonna lie to your face. Dropping this bomb after so long. Had to remind you I'm still first place. I make your wife get nervous around me like when trying to plan out a first date. Running to the cash like Adams on the Rams. Really getting to it, y'all just do it for the gram. Rest in peace Brandy and rest in peace Grams. Thinking about y'all while puffing on grams. I'm a 5-star nigga, no GTA. When it comes to the music, I can rap all day. If I rap to your girl, then she coming to my place to wrap her legs all around my waist. Bitch, my squad going all the way. We need to hold out that half for lesser. Came from the trenches, was praying for better. I weathered the storm and faced the pressure. Running through traps when chasing the cheddar. Hoes wanna trap you when you got the cheddar. Niggas is pest control, trying to catch it. Niggas is pest control, trying to catch it. Dedication unmatched, got potential untapped. Life was life and sat back. Had to draw a roadmap to get back on track. For hits like this, I should charge fees. More on the way, just wait and see. Sorry it took so long, but thanks for waiting on me. Ayy, I'm like a fast car, driven in NASCAR. It's really tough to keep up with my pace. I say I got you, then I really got you. I'm not the type that's gonna lie to your face. Dropping this bomb after so long. Had to remind you I'm still first place. I make your wife get nervous around me like when trying to plan out a first date. I'm like a fast car, driven in NASCAR. It's really tough to keep up with my pace. I say I got you, then I really got you. I'm not the type that's gonna lie to your face. Dropping this bomb after so long. Had to remind you I'm still first place. I make your wife get nervous around me like when trying to plan out a first date.
A1S, pony up, fool. She my little Artemis, cause she got that space grip. If she wanna be a part of this, she gotta take dick. Call me Joe, God took everything, I cannot fake this. Alcohol fucked up my life, I'm homeless, man, I hate this. Had 2 jobs and got let go from both because I ain't shit. Take a picture of my life, Picasso cannot paint this. How bad do you really want it? What? How bad do you really want it? Took a shot at life and got too drunk, it was a great miss. Took a left and got a flat, I'm down the street from greatness. I'm here, put me in the top 3 all time, or that's not a great list. Really? He ain't used his head before he ran up, now he brainless. Lil' bro got them house appliances, he got that stainless. How bad do you really want it? How bad do you really want it? If you can't get the time off your clock, you don't really want it. If you can't get the clothes off your back, you don't really want it. Let me get him. You don't really want it. Let me get him. You don't really want it. Where was you when I ain't have $1? Needed a hand, you ain't even bothered. Got off the porch, I was thugging and hustling. You was in the house chilling with mama. I got your bitch and she digging my posture. Built myself up, I'm maneuvering proper. I was popping pills, life was getting real. Turned my life around, became a monster. Got the world in my hands, drop it, cannot save shit. Remember I was broke, they ain't want me, they ain't say shit. Now I count my cake up, Betty Crocker cannot bake this. I still fuck with my same hoes, bought that girl a facelift. Yo bitch got them bracelets, I bought mine some bracelets. She my little Artemis, cause she got that space grip. Way before the fame, I was sipping drink, shameless. Everything worked out for me, God kept me in his graces. How bad do you really want it? 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 If you can't get the time off your clock, you don't really want it. If you can't get the clothes off your back, you don't really want it. Let me get him. You don't really want it. Let me get him. You don't really want it. Call me Job, God took everything, I cannot fake this. Alcohol fucked up my life, I'm homeless, man, I hate this. Took a shot at life and got too drunk, it was a great miss.
That was a 1S beat. Just so you know. 1S on the track.
A1S, pull me up, fool.
Tell me what they done for me lately, but
everybody anticipating moves for the Winston Klein like it's the trade deadline, but I'm much maligned, forcibly avoided like district's red lines. You must be inclined to smoke crack if you think I'll be fine. Defined as the nigga with balls who never got any shine. Goddamn, probably father the style you copied and ran for flunkies and haulers whenever you pop up like spam. Stupidity's charting, and presently, not a fan. We call them finger painting toddlers, artists and garbage to jam. Could give a fuck what a rapper say, long as the bass thunder is. The boss low people more impressed by the shit that goes under it. But promos and the wonderkin, wickedness in the inbox of my unorthodox technique. Make them stop like gridlock, and reconsider the reason. Like anemics who bleed and my irons needed to sharpen iron till it's perfect for cleaving. Sharp as Oakwood razor, basically damn if you do or don't. Still a private consultation with God is the last result.
Tell me what they done for me lately, but hip hop Jimmy, so they can't stop me. Tell me what they done for me lately, but hip hop Jimmy, so they can't stop me.
Like Chuck said recently, they ain't did nothing but hate, parade behind closed doors, or start finding flaws, another steady blind to yours. I list one off, originality your lack. Sinners, acting like the same nigga smoke a stack. If you all killers, there be corpses lining every half. If you're a killer, the
Yeah, man, that was the Dirty Cuts. Y'all could tune in and hear that every week on Broadcast Beats. What y'all think of that edition, man? Talk to us about that.
Nice, man. Nice.
And by the way, y'all got about 4 artists that want beats from y'all.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I could definitely. I'm not sure what Supreme wants to do with that. But I got some folks that know what to do with that. If he don't know what to do with that beat was fire. that beat was on. That beat was on.
Well, which beat?
Your beat.
The one he was rapping on?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he already made a song to it, so
okay. I got some folks that want to make some songs to y'all beats too from the last time y'all was on the show.
Okay, cool.
Got about 4 cats who want to get on and do some things on it, man. Put their paws on it.
Hey, man, all they got
body blows and uppercuts. Body
Yeah.
blows and uppercuts. Yeah, for sure.
Send them our emails.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So we also have a lot of fun on the show. And one of the things we have fun on the show with is, current events. So sometimes we have this thing called In the Streets. And here would be Beyond Pause is one of the subcategories. And here would be one
Oh, man.
Go.
Oh, it's about to get real.
Put your chin strap on.
But just for context purposes, did he sneak up behind you?
Nah, I was right there. They was having a conversation.
No, did he?
And
So
then
how you get behind him?
I don't know.
Was the Frank Sinatra shit playing? I want to be a part of it.
Busted spin move.
Was that playing?
Oh, man.
What song was playing at this time, bro? What record was on?
Damn. And Buzz is he's very animated.
Okay.
You didn't hear him coming,
Pause, man.
Whoa.
Hey,
Man.
fucking yo, bro.
I'm not going to tolerate that. That's crazy, bro.
You know what I'm saying, though?
I don't know what you're saying because I don't even like the. I don't
know what I'm saying.
You out of pocket, man.
You didn't know he was behind. You didn't know he was behind you.
You out of pocket.
You didn't know.
I'm not.
You didn't know. You didn't know he was behind you.
I'm not.
What song had y'all like that? That's my question.
Yo, I saw this shit happen. I just stepped to the side, just let them have their moment.
I just need my lawyer. What song was Jay doing for that to get like that? what was it?
I don't think they was paying attention to Jay no more. It was their own little moment. It was their own little moment in the riser.
Is that his right arm or his left arm around your throat?
Yo.
Is that
a scarf around your throat? What is that? Is that bondage? What is that?
It's a scarf and a forearm. Please explain.
I just want to know this, though. But just for context purposes.
Oh, man, bro, he got an ascot on, bro. Hey, yo, man, got a fucking ascot on. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Bro, I'm just laughing at the picture, bro. The picture.
Time out, bro. He's like a happy girlfriend. Hey, check this out, y'all. I showed my coworkers this, right? And they was basically like the niggas was looking like they was on the Titanic when they was on at the edge of the ship looking at the water, and he was behind Rose like a boyfriend. Hey, go ahead, bro. You could tell, bro. Look at Jim Jones' face. Like he real life good as shit. Like you can look at his.
Oh, you
face.
mean like this?
Oh, you said that was you. You said that last night. Yeah. Go ahead.
Nah, cool out. Hey.
Oh, nah. Hey, so the whole day I kept telling my coworkers, I guess Jim Jones like Johnson.
Nah, cool out, bro.
I like that. I like to play on words. Now, guess what? I would like to think that they're showing a moment of brotherhood and generally being happy around one another. And it's not gonna go no further than what we hope. That's what we hope. That's what we hope. But with your man Buster at the Diddy celebrations, you never know. You never know. You
I guess
never know. No, no, no.
he was trying to bust more than rhymes.
Yeah.
Nah, cool out.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
Jay.
here. So we got
Hey.
one more thing to talk about, and this one is pressing because this is invaded the cultural world, the hip hop world, the art world, just the world in general, and just for folks to be on alert. As soon as it loads up, 1 second, let me load that up one more again, so we can learn how and when. Stay tuned for the Real HD show getting a new computer. So this shit don't stop. So this could stop happening all the goddamn time.
I guess the laptop doesn't have real HD.
Yeah, the laptop is struggling. The laptop is swinging, bobbing and weaving and wheezing. But it's getting the job done. It's getting the job done. So back to what I originally intended on. So we were trying to make it timely with what we were just talking about. We was talking about the notorious Busta Rhymes, who is a notorious Diddy partier, right? And then we have a scoop on the man himself. I don't know if y'all heard this or not.
Projected prison release date August 7th.
That's next week, y'all. Y'all ready for that?
I just want to know,
Yeah,
y'all ready for that, man? How the baby all? How the aunties and the
now how's your kids? How's your wife? How's your husband? How's your boyfriend?
Hide them all. Hide them all. Yeah, hide them all.
I just want to know. So Diddy, if you're hearing this, answer this. What made you want to go from vagina to penis?
Yo, cool out, bro.
We listen, but we don't judge. I'm not judging. No, I don't want to get canceled and they say, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I just want to know, like, I'm just curious, just just walk us through your mindset, Diddy. Can you do that? Can you do that?
Hey, from what I heard, he like clocking. It ain't so much either or. He like clocking it. like the lady said, clocking it. I'm clocking it. He like to sit back and clock it. What y'all think? Hey, give the people something, because
no comment.
You want them to tune in now. Come on.
No comment.
What's clocking it mean? What's clocking it refer to?
That means you just aware of what's going on.
So you're not actually doing it. You just around it.
You're around it. You seeing it. You voyeur. You're a voyeur, basically.
Oh, I mean, whatever he got going on, that's his business. I don't know. I don't wish jail no man. Free Diddy.
No Diddy.
Free Diddy, man. August 7th. He's bound to get out. Come on now, man.
Okay, so you say free Diddy, you say no Diddy, and I say bring Diddy back to the hood and let the hood judge Diddy.
How many Diddies does it take to screw in a light bulb?
The reason I say that is because he was an effective ambassador of the culture all around the world. And he used the culture that you guys love, that we love, that most people around the world love, to push the things that he pushed.
Oh, he does pushing, all right.
And there has to be a reckoning for that. If y'all can rock with what I'm saying, you could serve time and think that's some sort of justice. But what about the lives that you affected?
Well, my heart goes out to all the keisters of the men that he violated and finagled and fondled. You know,
So my thing is,
Peace
do
to
we
the
let
side.
him back into the community and back into the culture just because he out? Do we have a Diddy Day and dance and parade and act like he's Jesus and loafers, or are we gonna hold this man accountable?
well, you know, if you want to go to Diddy Day, you know, we listen but we don't judge. You know, I don't judge. You know,
No,
is it
I
for
no, I
me?
was I was making
No.
an existential question to the community. Do we let this man back into the culture just because he got some money and some status, or do we hold him accountable for the things that he was doing, the lives that he ruined, and the way that he set the culture upside down?
Well, I think he's more so a part of the LGBTQ community. So, you know,
Man, I'm talking about the black community.
I know.
I ain't talking about all that extra. LGBTQ part of the black community too now. So I'm just talking, does the black community let him back in with open arm and give him a plate at the barbecue? Or do we say he got some shit to answer for? That's what I'm saying.
He got some shit to answer for.
There you go.
You
That's
know,
that's where I'm coming from. I don't
let's
know
ask
about
Ty.
everybody
Let's
else.
ask one. That's what he thinks. You know, one that's was has always been a real big Diddy fan. You know, I know one that's took it to heart with the situation that's been going down. You know, right when it's walk us through that and you know, and also you know about your you know how it's impacted you. You know, especially you know with you being fans of Diddy and Cherokee and you know.
Yeah.
Diddy and Cherokee, bro.
How has this impacted you, man? Only you can prevent wildfires.
Bro.
You know,
He got accounts that he say he grow people's genitals, oral sex, all kind of stuff. So that he gonna get dealt with how he get dealt with. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Stay away from me with all that. That's all I'm gonna say.
I hear you on that. I hear you
you
on that.
know, it's not too many things that would make a man turn down some head, but you know, if Diddy's the one offering it, I have to politely decline. You
Oh
know,
I mean,
wow.
bro, if you're not homosexual, bro, it's not really much to think about, bro.
All
you know,
right,
I
man.
just
So
have
let
to decline. You know,
all right. So to change energies real quick, because I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole. We want to give Bucci Beat, who was a contributor to the show. I shared emails with her. I've talked with her. She recently put got a placement on Bia's album. So shout out to her.
oh, okay,
You know, the Asian producer, female
yeah,
producer.
yeah. She always
Mhm.
using the beat. She cooks up fire beats on the beat machine. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's that right there is her joint, and she got one of the, you know, title tracks on the album, and here are the album credits. So big up to her.
What? Swiss
Shout out
Beats
to
and
her.
Timberland.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
man,
yeah. You know,
what?
it's Bia. That's so they kind of went in and she got her little day in the sun for doing that, which is real dope. So shout out to her. Look,
Nice,
I'm hit you up again
nice.
for the
I'm happy
interview
for
on the
her,
show.
bro.
Yeah, come on the show and do an interview and tell us about your process making that beat, making those beats, and working with all those producers. If you got a chance to work with those producers on the show, and we coming to the end of this show. It was a good one. I know we didn't get to do beat of the week, but we'll do that next week on the Fellas Show. And we want to thank everybody for joining the Real HD Show. We want to thank the Broadcast Beats Boys for coming on. We were on their set, and now it's back to mine. So we want to thank them for coming on and sharing their valuable opinions and sharing a little bit about their show, sharing some joy and some laughter and some insight into their world and into the world of hip hop and music culture. Um, and for all of us here on the Real HD Show and the Broadcast Beat Show, we're going to say peace and walk with power. And we will see y'all next week.
Shoot, want to say I'm also grateful that you carved the space for us on the show too tonight. And yeah, looking forward to next week, you know what I'm saying? Getting back at it, you know. Thank you for having us, you know, creating space for us for sure.
All right, y'all.